What's up, Scyushi Squad? We back again for some more Trove Delves. I'm so used to saying like my name and this and everything. I'm trying to come up with a new intro, but Scyushi Squad seems appropriate, right? Yeah, that's right. Today we're on the test server. We're going to be checking out the Delves update. More particularly, we're going to be looking at all of those new mounts that we can end up getting out of it, because the devs ended up hooking me up, which is awesome. But before we end up doing any of that, I wanted to take a quick little peek. There's a whole bunch of new head styles, like hat styles, that have been added. So you can see there's Sky Mouse, which is like a pigeon. We don't care about any of the staves and stuff, but there's like a whole bunch of different like animals and junk. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of different styles that have been added. And most of all, I want to see what these look like with you guys. Maybe I could end up, I probably could have just done it in a separate video, but this way we get to actually like see all of them together really quick before we end up doing talking about all the mounts and stuff like that. Some of these look pretty cool, dude. There's even like a snake head and everything. Damn. Anyways, before we get started with any of that, I would appreciate, guys, if you are new to Trove, there is a sign-up link in the description. If you use that sign-up link, then buy anything out of the store. I make a cut of that, which is an awesome way that you can end up supporting me by literally just playing the game. So, let's, without further ado, let me get on a class that doesn't have any video effects on any of his gear. Okay, I have a costume that makes me, like, invisible. So, this will be perfect. Not really. Okay, so we got a snake helmet. That actually looks dope. I like that. Let me actually just get a good angle here so we'll just go through these like right quick. So that one's actually really cool as well. This fish one, yeah, I saw this fish one. He looks so stupid, dude. Oh my god, that looks great, dude. I love that. I'm probably gonna rock that one a lot. Like, he looks so dumb. Then we got like an updated deer, kind of weird. Panda, yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. And then pelican and birds and stuff. I like it. These are good helmets, man. Oh my god, that is disgusting. Oh god, it's like a crab or something. These look really cool. I really like these animal masks, dude. Apparently these were, I think these were modded masks that have now been added to the game. So that's why they look as good as they do. Because, I mean, if you leave it up to the devs, usually it doesn't look that great. But these are fantastic, man. That's going to be awesome to have so many of these added to the game, dude. Seriously. Okay, now, without further ado, you thought it was going to take a long time, but it didn't. We're going to end up looking at the mounts themselves, which, let me see here. So we've got, oh, we're going to also look at the abyssal wings or whatever it is. I guess I should also mention where you're going to end up actually getting these, because if I don't mention it, it's not going to make any sense. So when the Delves update ends up going live, obviously, you know, you can go into the delves and stuff, and I'm still working on like a full-on tutorial where I'll explain how all the delves work and everything. But this guy's going to end up selling you a majority of the mounts, and then some of them you're just going to end up getting as drops exclusively in the caves, in the delves. So there's going to be these 3 different elephants. There's going to be the wings themselves. There's going to be a bale light flyer. Now, here's the thing. There is normally going to end up being 2 upgrades to your wallet, so you can only have a certain amount of Inept Geode in your in your inventory at a time. Why am I being attacked? And one of you is using telekinesis. Stop it. So you won't be able to buy some of the more expensive items out of here until you end up upgrading your wallet, which I would recommend you do right away. To upgrade the wallet from this point, though, it requires a weird coin, which requires you to do like 100 different challenge delves and stuff. It's kind of stupid. But anyways, there's these elephants, there's the wings, and the description of them is very weird because it says usable in private and challenge delves. That implies to me you cannot actually use your normal mounts and stuff like that inside private or challenge delves, which is kind of disgusting. At least it means that these mounts and wings and stuff have value to them. More notably the mount, the butterfly mount, because this one actually has like normal movement speed, whereas these guys have 65 movement speed. And I mean, in all honesty, most classes in the game are going to have a better base movement speed than these elephants. So these things are just absolutely useless. Not to mention they're elephants. Elephants are not really my favorite, but whatever. And then there's this disgusting butterfly thing. So the point is that when you're going in challenge delves and private delves, you're going to be stuck just walking in your person rather than actually being able to use a mount, which is going to more so affect certain characters that don't have much movement speed on them, like, I don't know, Draco or something like that. Otherwise, every other class is just going to run like the wind anyway, so it doesn't matter. Ooh, okay, let's take a look at them. Jeez Louise, let me see how far scroll. Oh god, oh god. Oh no. Oh no. This stupid game. I should not have unlocked all of these items because now they're not. Now all the new mounts are not in my recently acquired, dude. What about recently equipped? I'm sure I ended up equipping these more recently, right? Yeah, okay, good. That was a close one. That would have sucked. Okay, the elephants themselves, it seems I didn't end up equipping any of those guys. That's kind of weird. So anyways, there's the blooming one. Please, you dumb collections menu. So there's gonna be this one right here, which I don't know. Again, if you guys are into elephants, okay, cool, but I don't like it. It's also so slow. Oh my god. Oh, just end me now. Like, what is this thing? It's disgusting, dude. I mean, I'd say it looks cool. I do like that it's got the cartoonish eyes on it, but it's like, at the same time, what is this thing? Then there's the budding one, which is going to end up being green. Just another variant. I mean, at least it looks different. Oh, he's kind of a nerd, isn't he? He's got like glasses on and everything. That's kind of weird. At least he's got like the geode pack on his back. It's too bad these weren't like big, you know? I know that they're big, but I mean, it's too bad it wasn't like actually a lot bigger. Like, I'm talking dread size, you know, to actually be like a cool elephant or something. And then there's the Undertow one, which is kind of weird because Undertow was going to end up being one of the newer bosses in the game. This one's just geode themed, which kind of disgusting that he's got an eye on his trunk. Other than that, I mean, it's not as bad as I thought it was. Like, these do seem to actually be unique mounts, so they actually have unique animations to them. But this thing's kind of disgusting, dude. It's a weird Cthulhu, like, ugh. Anyways, then there's going to end up being the Bale Light Flyer. So this is going to be the creme de la creme top mount you can end up getting out of this. We'll look at the wings first. The wings are just going to end up being like Paragon wings. There's absolutely nothing special about them other than they're white crystal wings. So Paragon wings are already in the game. There's red, blue, and green ones based on different areas of the game that you end up getting them. They're normally really expensive. And then for some reason, there's these white ones now from the Delves, which are not that difficult to end up getting. Like, a lot of these mounts you will actually be able to get right away. The only problem is that, like, this is kind of dumb. The only way to get the Bale Light Flyer is to have the maxed out wallet, because you can't carry 500 Inept Geode without having a maxed out wallet, which means you're gonna have to go through 100 challenge delves without having any mounts until you end up getting that done, get the badge so you can get this item so that you can end up getting the Bale Light Flyer. And this mount sucks. At least I think it does. It's disgusting, dude. It's just rainbow weird butterfly thing. Like, oh, it just like, look at this thing, man. Sure, it's got a flaming tail, but the fire animations are straight up borrowed from like other areas of the game, so it doesn't really fit. I mean, whatever. Not to mention it doesn't glide. I mean, the butterfly mounts in general are not my favorite, okay? So maybe it's something that you guys will be into if this is somebody's favorite mount. Okay, by all means, but not me, man. Not me. That just looks like a weird-ass dragonfly. But anyways, now we're going to look at the special mounts. So these are going to end up being the ones that you can find inside the cave systems. That's right. So these are going to end up being dropped mounts. Let me see if I can find all of them right here. So you can end up fighting Shadow Tower bosses in the Geode Caves, right? And they are, or the Delves, not the Geode Caves, sorry. And they will actually have a bunch of unique mounts that they can drop only in the Delves. So Shadow Towers, like the Shadow Tower mounts are still accessible through the Shadow Tower, but when you're in the Delves, you'll be able to get the Shadow Tower mounts on top of just these normal ones. So first of all, we got the spiked roller right here, which, I mean, if you wanted a bulldozer that was Spike Walker themed, awesome. But the problem is, this thing still, like, it doesn't actually break blocks, which is stupid. If it broke blocks, that'd be awesome. That would be a completely free to play. You know, arguably you can still buy the, like, the 8,000, what is it called? 8,000, there it is, the Landscaper 8000T. Arguably you can still buy this with credits as far as I know, so a free-to-play player can grind for it. But it would be awesome to have something like this that was just a dropped mount that also worked as the bulldozer. Not to mention if it was tradable would be awesome too. I don't know, I can't confirm that these are tradable, but I'm pretty darn sure that these are all going to end up being tradable. It's the ones that you craft that obviously aren't going to be traded, but the thing is that the devs just kind of threw these into my collections menu rather than throwing them into my inventory. But I mean, it's cool. It's not like awful or anything. It's just kind of weird. Like, I don't know. Not my favorite out of the mounts, but at least it gets the job done. Then there's this one, which I'm assuming, like it says Prophet's Throne, so I guess that this must be related to Weeping Prophet. I didn't even know that you could actually fight him in the Geode Caves, or the Delves. There's actually lots of weird things you can fight in the Delves, guys. You can even fight like Leviathans and stuff. It's really weird. This is kind of a weird chair too, though, because it's like there's no backrest, so it's kind of, how is it holding you up? That'd be really uncomfortable. Not to mention it's just weird tentacle themed and stuff. But I mean, hey, if you're into all the Cthulhu stuff, I mean, sure, it's not like it's a bad looking chair. It just is very, very weird. Then we've also got this one right here, the Sculpin Air Swimmer. I assume that this is from Hydra, because I think Hydra drops in... Oh no, this isn't Hydra. This is Pinata's head. Literally just the Pinata's head. Oh my god, that is brutal, dude. Like, what happens? What's the lore implications here? You cut off his head and turn it into a mount? That's actually really dope, knowing that it's Pinata's head. Maybe Hydra was the boss that isn't located in the Geode Caves, or in the Delves. Jesus. I forget which boss isn't there. But I think it might, maybe it's the Hydra. But either way, I mean, this is a flying mount, so it's cool. It is just a giant cube, but at least it is, you know, Pinata. It's like the ultimate Pinata mount that you could get, right? So I'll take it. Then there's also going to end up being from Daughter of the Moon. She's actually going to end up having 2 extra mounts, which is cool because Daughter of the Moon normally doesn't really have anything going for her. We got this disgusting carpet. I would honestly rather this was skinned off of the surfboard rather than being a carpet, because it being a carpet is very weird that it goes around like this. But I'm assuming that these are like items off of Daughter of the Moon's armor or something. I'm not exactly sure, but the way it animates is very, very strange. Like, it's so weird, dude. Magic carpet ride. It just scares me, man, okay? I don't know. I don't like it. Do any of you guys like it? Let me know in the comments. And then another one. This one is cool just for lore's sake. It's not a very cool mount, but I like it just because it's Daughter of the Moon's gun. And apparently is actually themed off of a battle mount. That's it. Oh, it's a reskin of the UFO. I see. Yeah, that's how they could end up doing it. I don't know why there's like smoke coming out of it. It's like it's farting. Like, I don't know, but it's Daughter of the Moon's gun, dude, so I'll take it. That's actually really dope. I like that a lot. It does actually fly. Yes, it does. And does it do anything when it's... Oh, okay, that's really cool. So while it's flying, that's the same video effects when Daughter of the Moon is actually charging her gun and getting ready to fire. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it doesn't really make sense that it's charging and flying at the same time, but I mean, I'll take it. That's a cool cornerstone. I like it, man. That's pretty cool. That's probably the better of the 2 that you could get out of Daughter of the Moon. That's what I think anyway. And then we've got the Lunaclipsia. I don't know where you normally... Like, I have no idea what drops this, you guys. But it's a Pegasus mount. So the Pegasus mounts you can get from light and dark vaults in the game, and they'll end up showing your wings on the mount itself. So I guess it's cool. At least it's got kind of the darkness theme to its walking animations and the jumping smoke and everything. But I mean, it's weird. It's not my favorite, most of all just because it's all just kind of... I was gonna say it's all one color. It actually does look like it's shaded properly and everything. The problem is that this thing just looks like it's all one color because they're all just so subtle and all so dark. But I mean, if you want a mount like this that ends up showing your wings, sure, cool, but I don't really care for it. And then the whole thing too is if you end up taking off your wings, it just looks disgusting because it's just a horse mount, but nothing's really going for it, right? And it can still fly, which is hilarious, but I've just never been a big fan of the Pegasus mounts. Like, they just never really were that appealing to me. But anyways, that's going to do it for all of the Geode mounts. Or, geez, Geode mounts. Like, they really should have called it something better than Delves. Like, come on, man. I guess at least Delves rolls off the tongue better than, like, everything else. But even saying, like, Inert Geode, like, come on. Just call it, like, geode stones or something, or crystal stones, or I don't know. Anyways, that's all the mounts you can end up getting out of the delves, near as I can tell. The devs hooked me up with pretty much everything. I'm still trying to get some questions answered before I do like a full tutorial of the delves, but for the most part, I mean, these are cool, and I like the fact that they're all free to get. Like, you know, you can be a free to play player and grind them out of the bosses and stuff. That said, they're gonna probably end up being extremely expensive and extremely difficult to get. Because what's the drop rates going to be? The bosses you fight are random, so I have never fought Daughter of the Moon in the caves. I've only ever found like Spike Walker and maybe Pinata here and there, so I don't know if there's a specific order that you go into, and based on your depth is which Shadow Tower boss you're gonna fight, or if it's just random like 100%, because then it's RNG on RNG, which is disgusting, and unfortunately something that the Trove devs currently seem to really enjoy, where it's an RNG chance, random number generation, random whether you're going to get the boss to spawn in the first place, on top of having the items themselves being random to drop. And it's just like, okay, whatever. But thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys and gals enjoyed. Smash like, sub for more, buy some of the merch you want to support the channel, and have yourselves a great day. Sign on. Stay up, gamers.